The title wrapped up, and Eddie is the winningest coach of all time at the collegiate level. This is his 12th championship, and Texas matches Michigan for the most titles of all time. Well, you saw the record set 7 years ago when the NCAA allowed the use of the full-body super suits. Texas barely made the final. They qualified 8th by 7/100ths over Louisville, but they've done everything else right in this event.
And all they had to do is get in, Rich. That's the bottom line. They're in, they got a lane, and now they can go to work. I think they've got a great chance to win it.
NC State in lane number 4. Lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, lane 8 at the top, and the Wolfpack with a 62.5-point lead on Georgia for 4th place. The Wolfpack is assured of their best finish ever. They were 4th in 1955 and hoping to finish with a win in this relay. And if they do, it'll be the first ever relay win for NC State.
And what a win it would be for Coach Braden Holloway, who has done such a tremendous job for the Wolfpack. So hard to break into this stranglehold that these top teams have been able to do over the years. The tradition of excellence that the teams like Texas and Stanford and the Cows have built, but NC State has found a way, and it would be great to see them go out with a win for Braden Holloway, although I think the Gators might have a little something to do with that. That happens to be the fastest swimmer in history, at least in yards. That's Caleb Dressel. He's been 40.4. Can he even imagine to go faster?
Is it possible? 40.46, 4/10 behind that here in the relay after earlier setting the NCAA and American record in the 100 free. And he gives way to Corey Main. Now Simonis Billis, second in the 50 and 100 free, is in lane 4 for NC State, hoping to catch up.
Well, this is great position for NC State. They kept it close. Corey Main is the key leg, I think, for the Gators. He's the only senior on their team. The other 3 are all sophomores, so he holds the key, especially on that leadership standpoint. But NC State now is going to go by them with the great Simonis Billis, who was second in the 100 freestyle earlier. You see him right above Corey Main from Florida.
And Main gives way to Mark Zoranek for the Gators, and NC State's Simonis Billis, he turns it over to Andreas Schillerup.
40.9 for Billis. Keep an eye on Texas. They're not out of it. They're way up on top.
That's John Murray, who tied for 7th in the 100 free, doing his best up there.
NC State did go with their best 2 swimmers on the front half. You see Schillerup, who's also a great IMer. A great middle distance freestyler. Zoranek, who's a great IMer, is keeping it close for Florida. Texas is still hanging in there.
And Schillerup gives way to Soren Dahl in lane 4 for NC State, trying to win their first relay ever. Mark Zoranek handed it off to John Svitkowski of Florida in lane 5.
Joseph Schooling, who we just saw do an amazing 200 butterfly, is up top for Texas. But NC State with Saul, who's been so good in the 200 freestyle for NC State.
But you're right, Rowdy. You got to keep an eye out for Schooling, who's an amazing closer. He's at the top of your screen for Texas in lane 8.
He just got out of the 200 fly. He's going to run out of room. I don't think NC State's going to lose this one, although it's going to be close.
Here comes Schooling. And it's NC State. Soren Dahl does it. And the Wolfpack have their first relay win ever. 4/100ths of a second, Rowdy.
Yes! 42.1 for the anchor Dahl. 40.9 for Billis. 42 plus for Schiller. You've got to feel good for NC State. They have been so snake bit in so many different ways when it comes to relays. They've had DQs over the last couple years. They've been close second. They were second to Texas in the 200 free relay. They were second to Texas in the 800 free relay. And you thought, well, then Texas got to win the 400 free relay. 4/100ths of a second was the difference. But watch Schooling. What an incredible split Joseph Schooling had for the University of Texas. But he just ran out of room.
I thought he was going to get him.
Another half stroke, and he would have, Rich. Another half stroke, and he would have. He's up at the top, right there, 4/100ths. Oh, so close. But there's a sign of happiness. Congratulations to NC State and Braden Holloway.
Yeah, Braden Holloway, his program has been coming on in these sprint relays for a long time, and they finally got one. The Wolfpack champions in the 400 free relay. NC State wins their first ever relay. Texas finishes second, and Florida in third. California, which had finished fifth, got disqualified because of a bad exchange. And Kat LaRocca is with the winners.
What a race, guys. Now, Soren, that right there, the energy in here was absolutely insane. How does that help you during your race?
Honestly, I have no idea. That was just so freaking hard, and it was awesome when I saw we came in first. I was just like, is this for real? And then hearing now that we didn't get DQ'd, I was like, okay, finally.
They had to make you wait for it. Now, that's the first relay win for the Wolfpack, and you guys placed fourth, which is tied for the best finish ever. What does that say about where your program's headed?
We have fought so hard the last 4 or 5 years. Our coaches have done an amazing job. All of our team over there have done an amazing job throughout the entire meet. So finishing off this way is just absolutely amazing. And we're so happy and proud. So
I have to ask, what's with the red diamond on all of your chests?
It's a team meeting, and we can't explain it. We can't tell. It's kind of a team secret.
Sneaky. All right. Well, congratulations, guys.
thank you.
We thought Texas would dominate, and they didn't disappoint. 6 individual wins, 3 relays equals a win by 190 points. Cal finished second. Florida led the way for the SEC, which had 6 teams in the top 10. NC State, in fact, matched their best finish ever. 4th place, which they had done way back in 1955. But the story here is Texas. Eddie Reese, with his 12th title, has become the winningest men's coach in history, and he's with Cat.
Now, multiple records broken on the way to your 2nd consecutive and 12th all-time NCAA title. What was so special about this team all week?
This is truly one of those teams that will make the coaching staff look better than we are. They overachieved in almost every practice. Our goal is to try to get better every day, and we know that doesn't happen. But this group came closest to doing that. And the thing we live by is take care of each other, take care of yourselves. That takes care of everything.
Now, Coach Scoggin, there was a diver in every single diving final. How do you describe the effort that you saw from your diving team this week?
I would describe their effort as tremendous. They know they come from a long tradition of Texas swimming and diving, and they came through. They worked hard for it, and they were part of the big picture.
Now, Coach, the record books will say that you are the winningest coach of all time, but you would be the first to tell everyone that a success level like that does not fall on the shoulders of just one man.
Actually, I swam at Ohio State in 1962 when Mike Pepe won his 11th championship. I can remember all their names, all the races, and to break a record like that, it's kind of like I'm Santa Claus. These are my reindeer, and you just guide them a little bit. And they know where to go and how to get there, and you just tap them on the sides every once in a while, maybe even on the head.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy celebrating with your reindeer.
And the Longhorns delivered a lot of presents. They had 6 individual wins, 3 relays, but the whole meet was a gift to us, Rowdy. We had 11 NCAA records and 8 American records.
It's really one of the most fascinating championships I have ever seen, Rich. Ryan Murphy, Caleb Dressel, Joseph Schooling, just to name a few of the athletes, but it really was all about Eddie Reese, the head coach of Texas, and now the greatest coach in men's swimming history.
Yep, 12 championships. It has been so much fun. For Rowdy Gaines, Cynthia Potter, Kat LaRocca, and our fantastic crew here in Atlanta, I'm Rich Berg. It's been a great 2 weeks here at Georgia Tech. The Texas Longhorns and Eddie Reese won their 12th men's title. For Reese, it's a new record for a men's head coach, and the Longhorns have matched Michigan